Many people don't understand the importance of tapping into metaphysics because it's seen as something that is spooky, that's occultish, that is wicked, evil, something connected to the dark side that we are not supposed to tamper with. And those programs that have us thinking that way all come from religion. Many of us are afraid, seriously afraid, to use the mind that we've been given. We're afraid to think for ourselves. We are afraid to explore. We are afraid to ask questions. We are afraid to evolve our understanding about things that we were taught when we were children. And that fear is basically because in religion, there has been a lot of coercion and blackmail, basically to say, hey, if you don't do this, then this is going to happen to you forever. And one thing you have to do is stand back and think about that, because Source did not create us to be robots. It would have been very easy if Source Creator wanted us to think and do specific things to not give us free will. So it's a little backwards to give somebody free will and then punish them for utilizing the will that you gave to them. Now, that's not to say that there aren't consequences that come with decisions, because every decision that you make in this reality has some type of consequence, whether it's seen or unseen. But when it comes to destiny, when it comes to eternity, eternity is a forever time. It can't even be calculated because there is no beginning and there is no end. It just is. So we're living in a forever now moment where we are given the opportunity to use our free will, which isn't free, by the way, but utilize our free will to make the choices that we feel are best for us. And the way that this has been structured, it's as if it's dangerous for us to explore certain things and look into certain things. And so we stay safe in a little comfort zone, in a little box. We stay with an understanding of elementary. We're drinking milk instead of being grown up and chewing the meat in terms of our content and our understanding and the things that we perceive. And so with metaphysics, that is one of the things that is so misunderstood. It's so misunderstood because there is no clear-cut teaching when we're growing up in religious circles and we are involved in organized religion or any type of, work that is pointing to our spirituality. We're told about specific things, and everything outside of that thing is wrong. The funny thing about metaphysics is prayer is metaphysics. Praying is metaphysical because you are tapping into the unseen to change the outcome or manipulate the scene. And so many of the people who denounce metaphysics and think that it's witchcraft and, wrong and things like that, get on their knees or wake up praying or pray all day, which is metaphysical. All metaphysical is recognizing that the unseen world is more vast than the seen. So you have the metaphysical and you have the physical. The physical exists as a result of the metaphysical, because energy is all that there is. Consciousness is everything. And so instead of trying to change the physical, wouldn't it be wise to tap into what birthed the physical and change that so that the physical can produce a different outcome? Wouldn't that be the wise thing? Because we have no problem with doing that when we're meditating and when we're praying and where we're thinking. When we think of ideas and we execute those ideas, that's metaphysical. You see? Telepathic communication, that's metaphysical. Anything that takes place in the unseen and births something into the seen is metaphysical. And so the Messiah was the great metaphysician, the great metaphysicist, which is why his perspective in the story, for instance, when he was preaching to the crowds and the disciples came to him and said, the people are hungry, he was able to tap into the unseen and feed the crowd with some fish and bread that wasn't hardly enough to go around. Or when someone came to him, one of the disciples came to him about taxes, he said, give to Caesar what's Caesar's and give to God what's God. Meaning, I produce at will because I understand that the unseen is where everything exists. And the seen is a result of what the work that I've done in the unseen. And so that's why metaphysics is so powerful, because it helps you to tap into what is not obvious to the two eyes by using the one that was given for you to see. You have two eyes to look and one eye to see. And that's why the third eye, which is really the first eye, has been demonized. That's why metaphysics has been demonized. We use our third eye when we dream. That's metaphysics, because it's unseen. It's not obvious to the next person. The next person did not experience that dream. You experienced that dream when you laid down to go to sleep. And so nobody is talking about dreams are evil, because dreams have not been identified as being metaphysical. Anytime you want to produce something, getting a vision from God, that is metaphysical, because that's not obvious to the next person. That was given to you by Source Creator. A vision. Your purpose. What you are here to do. Your intuition. Being able to hear and know on a deep level what to do, what not to do. That's all metaphysical. The problem is we spend so much time dealing in the physical, trying to fix this, trying to fix that in the physical, not understanding that if we want the real results, you have to tap into the metaphysical. You tap into the metaphysical, you fix that thing in the metaphysical, and that's what's going to manifest in the physical. And there's nothing in the physical that can stop what you're doing in the metaphysical world, because it's not obvious. No one knows about it but you. That is the importance of metaphysics, which is why I am a metaphysician. Because I believe in tapping into the unseen to manipulate the seen. If I need results on a matter and I tap into the unseen, those results are going to come to fruition. If those results do not come into fruition in the seen, it's because I wasn't working enough in the unseen. It's because I was focusing out here on the physical side, trying to get results on the physical side, trying to get cooperation on the physical side, trying to get progress on the physical side without fixing that thing in the unseen and then let it ripple or bleed over into the seen. So if I had anything to tell you on today, it would be this. Your star player is in the unseen. Your avatar, this body, is in the seen. Tap into the unseen if you want to get the results. If you change things in the unseen, there's nothing that can stop it in the seen. Which ties back to the scripture, greater is he that is within you. And he not meaning a gender, but we're using that as an identification of source. Greater is he that is within you than he that is in the world, meaning that the unseen has way more power to overcome any challenge, obstacle, situation, trial, tribulation, adversity, trouble. That unseen star player has more ability to fix that and more power to change that and to conquer that and to overcome that than this flesh and blood body, or who you're looking to fix it, or who you're looking to for a solution in the seen. All of the solutions are in the unseen. We are able to see 1% of all that is in creation. Now imagine this. There's more that exists that we can't see with our natural eyes than that which we can see with our natural eyes. Where we see empty space is not empty. There is no empty space. It's full, but it's vibing at a vibration at a rate that our natural eyes cannot conceive it. It's there. You just can't see it. Because the 3D and the vibration that we're locked in, unless you raise your vibration to a certain height, you can't even see into the unseen realms or the spiritual realms or the ether. You can't see into that because the eyes that we are looking through don't recognize anything that is not recognized within. If you want to change your world, you got to tap into the unseen. And it's very easy to do. We are all metaphysicians. We just don't know it. Become one on purpose and watch your world change. I love you. Bye.